Yeah, but I look at Andy Ruiz now and I think, made a few quid, likes his food. Right?
Snickers.
Maybe he might come into this fight without the reason he won the fight is when he was hurt, he decided to dig his heels in and thought, fuck it.
Because that was the first time he'd been dropped as well.
And you see his face when he went down as if to say, fuck you now.
Come on.
Got up 9.5 times out of 10. Every other fighter in the world would have backed up on the ropes, tried to defend, boom, head's gone, ref jumps in, all over. He went, do you know what? Fuck it. Whoom, whoom, whoom. That's why AJ called it a punch from the gods. Everyone was like, no, he called it a lucky punch. Oh, it's boxing. And of course, the aim is to hit. But he didn't know where it was going. He was just like, fuck, whoom. And it was the perfect spot and he never recovered. But
AJ's actually grown on me though since all of this.
Has he?
Like as a person, because I thought I never watch his interviews because I kind of felt like I know what he's going to say before he's so perfect.
He is.
It's almost annoyingly like he's so handsome.
I agree. Because
I was like, I'll go with Conor McGregor. But now I'm like, maybe not. But like with AJ, I just put a video out about the struggle on a YouTube channel, and he was just talking about like his inner turmoil and the things he's been through and sharing that with his supporters. And I was like you're speaking real shit now. But I did feel like he became a bit predictable.
He did become manufacture's a tough word, but like it's like, and it was a bit frustrating because if you had him at the table now and we were doing this chat, I swear to God, you would leave the podcast and you would go, what a fuck, like his smile, his laugh, he's such a joker, he's like all these things. But
if you were going to go gay, he'd be the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to like Nando's with him, right? There are women coming over and queuing. Like there is not one woman, I don't think, in the world that doesn't think Anthony Joshua is God.
No, I completely agree.
When we first signed him, he would come to our office and he would train in the gardens of the office, right, with his trainer. You'd turn around and the whole of the accounts department on the top floor would be peering out the window.
Like a Diet Coke
60-year-old, 70, like
dripping.
Dripping.
Wow.
You said that,
exactly.
But yes. And I feel like since that loss, he has changed in more of a fuck you mentality.
Do you
know what? Like, so you loved me, now I'm getting stick. Well, fuck you. You either support me or what? You know what? So he did a Fury
He's
interview.
kind of gone through what David Beckham went through years ago.
But you see the Lennox Lewis
perfect
thing when he had the interview with Sky, and they went, because Lennox Lewis has been like snapping at him.
What is that
years
for?
And years. I don't know. He works for the PBC. I don't know. Or he tried to sign.
You knew
AJ.
Lennox years ago. Has he always had this?
Yeah, but he tried to sign AJ as his manager when he turned pro, and he's always sort of nibbled at him. So AJ done a Sky interview. This was probably 2 months after the Ruiz fight, and they went, Lennox Lewis said, and he went, fuck Lennox, and I'm like, and he went, he's a clown, and I'm like, whoa, and this like kicked off, went everywhere, and he said, I don't respect Lennox, and everyone's like, oh, how can you not respect Lennox? He won 4 world titles. Like, no, fuck the boxing. He was an amazing heavyweight. I don't respect him as a man. That's what AJ's saying.
But the point that he made when he said, I want people who are younger than me to achieve, to succeed, and he doesn't want to see that in me, I thought, I like what you're saying, because that makes sense.
But he does.
I can understand that.
There's a lot of people who are like bitter people. Well,
you're watching a kid walk in the walk that you walked, and you felt like you were the only guy who could do that.
He's so encouraging to young fighters. He trains up at the EIS with the amateurs. Mate, how he brings them on. Like every morning he'll have talks with them, like stuff like that. There are so many bitter people in life who are dying for people to fail. Like the ones
Tell me about
where it's like, no, but you must get it. People looking at you thinking, that's a fucking geezer ended up cracking it and smashing it and making a load of dough. Fucking, I can't stand that geezer. Yeah, but it's the same thing. And in boxing, in every walk of life, that exists. But in boxing, even more so. And he is one genuine person. He would never wish one person to fail. Not even someone, like even Dillian White. They had their beef for years. I know that he always wants Dillian to win. And and I'm like, do you like, and I respect it and I want him to do well.
Can we talk about the stylistic thing? Because so I want AJ to win this fight. There's a couple of things. So I did feel like I was worried about his cardio. There's someone who told me that he has a football coach who does his cardio training, and they were like, he's carrying too much. I know a few boxing guys who are telling me like he's just not as fit as he needs to be to go into those later rounds and to maintain a pace where you stay off of Ruiz and jab his face off basically. So that worries me. And also, you just wonder, does Ruiz have his number? Because he is such an awkward fighter.
The second point of that is when you've got a guy who has been boxing since 8, like Andy Ruiz, like he knows all styles, and the style as a 6 foot chubby heavyweight, the style you always come across is a bigger man, right? So you learn to fight that way. In the first fight, we had Jarrell Miller. 4 weeks to go, he decided to inject himself with every substance under the sun.
To be fair, if I was fighting AJ, I'd probably do the same thing.
Actually,
I'd come in just like that.
Do you know what? The funniest thing with that whole moment is when it all broke and he got banned by the commission, they wouldn't license him. I said to AJ, can you imagine if you would have fought this guy? Like, he would have been superhuman. And AJ went to me, oh, mate, would have been a fucking right war. I'm like, no, it would have been dangerous. Do you know what I mean? Like, for all the things we talk about earlier.
Jarrell Miller, though, was already, 23 stone?
I know. But he would have the strength of a 30-stone background. Everyone said to me, make sure you get him drug tested. Got him drug tested. Bang. And he knew he signed up for it as well. But then when the Ruiz fight came, it was like, fuck, you've got 3 weeks of sparring. We need to bring in a shorter, chubbier, fast little fucker. And we struggled a bit. We got a little bit of sparring, but
he's a weird one, isn't he? Ruiz?
Yeah,
to be that quick, and actually, I'm not saying he's like Mike Tyson in terms, but like in terms of the how quick he is and the height of the lad and the way he moves.
But you know, the funny thing is we're all of a sudden Ruiz. We just said there. I know, not saying he's Mike Tyson, but like before the fight, like AJ should be beating this guy, right? So
he was viewed as
9 times, 8 or 9 times. No, we knew it was a proper fight, but 8 or 9, and then people said to me, "Not a great style for AJ, but he's going to fucking knock him out." But 8 or 9 times out of 10, AJ wins this fight, right? But it's funny that before that fight, Eddie Hearn's a joke, AJ's a joke. Who's this fucking Andy Ruiz?
Now you're getting called a joke for another reason.
For taking
you fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. How can you fight this beast? It's like, he lost to Joseph Parker. Like, we know he's good, but and when you talk about style wise and got a number, AJ's got to be disciplined in this fight.
Absolutely.
He has got to jab his face off, but he can't. You can't just jab for 12 rounds and box off the back foot and hold against Andy Ruiz. He's going to have to.
He's going to come.
But what he's got to do is all the things he did in the first 3 rounds. But when he hurts him, know that this little fucker's going to go and have a swing. So break him down. Take his heart away. Make sure that 5 or 6 rounds he goes back to his stool and he's sitting there and he's thinking, I just can't get to this guy. He's got tired. He's lost his power. He's lost a little bit of his speed. Break him down. This fight is 7 weeks away, right? Do you know how fucking exciting this fight's going to be? Imagine when everybody leaves the ring, you're sitting here maybe and you've got everyone round and you're going, fuck me, this is it. Because it's everything, this fight.